Draw here this afternoon. It was all about turning up today and getting something from the game. Lots and lots of chances. Is a point enough?
Today wasn't about the league. Today wasn't about putting points on the table. Today was a reaction from Wednesday. After you have a performance like we did on Wednesday, probably one of the worst performances I've seen in football. It's all about the reaction on the next game. So everything else goes out the window and everything else is irrelevant, to be honest with you. And we got a big reaction. I thought we were outstanding today. I thought to a man. They followed the instructions. We changed the shape, we changed the personnel. We had a few different things that we've obviously not worked on, but went through it, pre-match. And I think the boys bought onto it. And to be honest with you, we should have won the game today. I mean, we've had chance after chance. We've hit the post, we've hit the bar. Their goalkeeper's man of the match today with 3-4 unbelievable saves. That you're going, how's he playing at this level with those kind of saves? And that myself was pleasing. And then obviously again, we've not kept a clean sheet, but the goal they've got, it's the first time the boys went past anybody. We've blocked the first shot and the ball's in the air and the boys hit it on the volley from about 18 yards and it's went in. For the bottom corner, normally they go over the rugby goals. So we've lost another goal that's obviously not ideal, but overall for the 94 minutes of the game, I'm absolutely delighted with the performance. I'm delighted with the reaction, and we move on from here.
Is there anything you learned from this afternoon? Because obviously you have changed things about. You have used different personnel, started with a different lineup. Is that going to benefit you now going for what will be the end of the pointy end of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got to look at different things with the squad that we've got. We've got a young squad here that are learning their trade in football. We've got 3 or 4 older heads, but then the rest of the squad are between 20, 24 years old who are trying to make their way in the game. And it's my job, yes, to win games and progress the football club, but it's also to progress these football players. And we've done that this season with a good few of them that have really progressed through. And now I've got to look at it and see what is going to be the best formation, the best shape, the best personnel for us in each game that we play. And we've got 8 big games before we potentially go into a playoff game, and we've got to make sure that by that time that we get there, that we know exactly what we're doing, we know exactly the personnel that we've got, and we know what direction we're going in, because if we get that right, that's our opportunity to go up.
Of course, the goal, the leveller, came from an unlikely candidate, Jamie Anton, scoring through a melee of people in the box. But it's a result, and it's a late goal, but it is a point.
It's a point, and the point helps because you have a performance like that, and you should get all 3 points, and you get a reaction like that, and you should have all 3 points. And if you go in there and it is a 1-0 defeat when you should have got over the line, it deflates a little bit and takes away a little bit from it. But when you come away from home to a team that's in the top 5, top 6 and get a point, then it's more positive. So the point for me today makes everything more positive, rather than me in there saying it's great, the reaction's great, but we've not come away with anything. So the points kind of, it helps towards the positivity and the progression that we're going to go into Tuesday, Thursday next week training before the home game next week.
Of course, you've got a week off now. It is a home back at Steel Park next week. It's getting rid of that last result at Steel Park, turn it into a positive and march on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last game at Steel Park was fine margins. I've watched the game back, and it's very small margins from us potentially taking a point from the game in the last 7-8 minutes when we potentially should have scored and we get the point, and it changes the whole week, to then getting a defeat and then a defeat in the midweek, and it's all about psychological kind of warfare within that changing room, and that's the difference. Is these small margins, whether you win or lose or draw or get over the line or don't go over the line, or performance wise, all base itself on these little things, whether it goes in, or whether their keeper makes 4 great saves, or whether you hit the inside of the post and it rolls along the line, or your player's 1-on-1 and doesn't shoot a cross goal, tries to play near post. All these little things change the outcome of games, and it's just small margins that I'm looking to try and change in our favour. And how do we get the upper hand in these small margins? Because that's when the games go on and we kick on and you win games comfortably. And that's where we're at the minute with this young team. We're trying to find those small margins and put them in our favour. And the more experience these boys get, the better they'll get at that, and the decision making will be better. And then it will start going in our favour and we'll kick on.
Well done today, Steve. See you back at Steel Park next week.
Cheers, thank you.